Oregon and Ole Miss had their seasons come to an end in the semifinals of the college football playoff. So here's every CFP semifinal loser ranked. We start in dead last with 2015 Michigan State. They were a team that sort of just flukily got their way into the 4-team field and ended up just getting waxed once they got there by Alabama. It was a flawed Alabama team as well. 2021 Cincinnati was the first ever group of 5 team to break into the 4-team field, but once they got there, it was pretty clear they didn't belong in the first round. Still a talented team, but just not quite up to that level. Oklahoma in 2018 and 2019 were plagued by the same defensive issues despite having a really awesome offense. 2014 Florida State got into the playoffs off of basically devil magic alone, winning a bunch of one-score games. And 2020 Notre Dame ended up getting waxed in their last 2 games of the season, including the ACC title, showing they didn't really belong. 2015 Oklahoma is the same story as 2018 and 2019, a great offense that didn't play much defense. In 2016, Ohio State didn't even win their own conference, but still managed to get in the field before getting waxed. Penn State is a 12-team era team that kind of had an easy path to get to the semifinal before losing to Notre Dame. In 2018, Notre Dame was another team that looked decent, better than the 2020 version, but got destroyed by Clemson once they got there. 2021 Michigan was pretty clearly flawed and ended up getting bulldozed by Georgia once they got in. And then at 13th, we've got 2025 Oregon, who definitely proved they were a formidable team. Their win over Texas Tech was emphatic, but they did get blown out by Indiana. Getting into the top 12, we've got 2020 Clemson, who lost to Notre Dame in the regular season and then got exposed by Ohio State in the playoffs. 2023 Alabama was deeply flawed all year, but found a way to make it in before losing in overtime to Michigan. Texas in 2024 is another one of those 12-team era teams that actually I thought played really well in the postseason and almost stopped an Ohio State team that looked like a buzzsaw prior to playing Texas. At number 9 is where I'd place this year's Ole Miss team. Clearly a very talented team that got some nice wins down the stretch there and almost punched their ticket to the national title game. A close Fiesta Bowl loss for them. Washington was very skilled and very talented in 2016. They just ran into a buzzsaw of an Alabama team in that semifinal matchup. Texas in 2023 was playing really good football and had a very excellent resume from the regular season. They just couldn't execute against a Washington team that was extremely good at executing in that semifinal. And then 2017 Clemson, a 4-team era team that just ran into a very, very excellent Alabama team, and with Kelly Bryant at quarterback, they had offensive limitations. 2022 Ohio State was a crazy good team and a crazy talented team that nearly took out Georgia, a missed field goal at the end there costing them that game. That same year, Michigan beat that extremely talented Ohio State team, but fell victim to the TCU devil magic that was just unavoidable that year. 2014 Alabama had its limitations with Blake Sims at quarterback, but it was still a Nick Saban team at the peak of his power. They were extremely dangerous, and the fact that Ohio State beat them is still to this day a crazy upset. 2017 really should have been the year for Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. They had a Heisman winner at quarterback. They could play defense, and they lost in double overtime to Georgia. But the best ever semifinal loser is this absurdly good Ohio State team. I still can't believe Clemson beat them to this day.